My name is Alan Hillsberg. I'm owner of Funeral Marketing Services. Our group exclusively works with funeral homes, helping them build a foundation for a secure, multi-million-dollar funeral home business for years to come. This video will show you an example how we do that. For many funeral homes, their marketing plan centers around neighborhood walk-ins and referrals. Funeral homes have relied on neighborhood walk-ins and referrals for decades, and while there's nothing wrong with this type of business, and this business will always be welcome, at best, neighborhood walk-ins and referrals are unreliable and unpredictable from month to month. I mean, isn't that true? You can't base sales projections on something that is variable and uncertain. Here is where I want to shift your thinking. Take a look at these numbers from Google over the last 30 days. For the two keyword phrases shown, cremation and funeral homes, of course there are obviously more keywords than these two for the funeral home business, but these keywords total 110,000 searches from Google alone in the last 30 days. I'm not talking about Bing, Yahoo, or any other directory. This is coming from Google alone. These 110,000 searches were not neighborhood walk-ins or referrals. These are families that weren't referred or chose not to walk into a funeral home. This huge volume of 110,000 searches tells us this. For every referral you get, there are tens of dozens in your demographic that are not referred. And for every neighborhood walk-in your funeral home gets, there are tens of dozens of families in your demographic that don't want to walk into a funeral home. It's easier and more convenient for a family to do a local search for a funeral home over the internet, and the proof and verification of this fact is in the sheer number of searches taken directly from Google Analytics last month. Think about it. How are people that don't know you going to find your business? Outside of neighborhood walk-ins and referrals, the internet is where your next funeral service is coming from. And if used properly, it's an absolute goldmine. So how can we drive more of this immediate need traffic to your funeral home? Let me show you exactly how we do this by sharing one strategy with you. I have a client who has a funeral home in Hewlett, New York. It's a town here on Long Island, and here's the key. His funeral home not only does business with the residents of Hewlett, New York, but just like your funeral home, he also does business with the residents in nearby towns and sub-cities surrounding his funeral home. Look at this map. The red icon represents his funeral home in Hewlett, New York, and the green icons represent the surrounding communities he wants to do business in. This map shows 15 cities within a 6-mile radius of Hewlett, New York. In most cases, Google will rank you high in the search results in the city in which your funeral home is located. If my client types in funeral homes, Hewlett, New York, he will probably show up on top of the search results. However, that is not true in the surrounding areas in which he also does business. When we started with him, he was not listed on Google in any of the 15 cities listed here. As I just stated, the center of each of these 15 cities are within a 6-mile radius of Hewlett, New York. Imagine an urgent need family typing in funeral homes Woodmere, or funeral homes East Rockaway, or funeral homes Lynbrook, and his funeral home shows on top of the search results for each of these 15 cities. By exposing his funeral home services to more cities, we are exposing his funeral services to thousands of additional families in the demographic he serves. So instead of narrow casting, we are subtly casting a wider net. This is exactly what we do for our clients. We help them generate more services per month by developing a money-making game plan that's specific to their funeral home and location. I'd like to put together a plan for you, and whether we do business or not, at least you'll know what needs to be done to create huge opportunities and generate more business for your funeral home. Thank you, and look forward to speaking with you soon.